Test 1 2, test 1 2, test 1 2 3. This is a microphone check 1 2 3. Test 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 1 2 3. Microphone test ABC 1 2 3.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to MCScots.com's broadcast of today's basketball game as the Maryville College Scots host the Wolves of Wesleyan College. And Maryville starts off with the basketball as Claire Varney has it in the corner, and she'll swing it back up top. Elsa Eckenrod with the jumper, no good, and rebounded by the Wolves. Ball in the hands of number 3, Natera Perkins, the 5'6" freshman from East Dublin, Georgia, and starts to move the ball around. Back in the hands of Perkins. Perkins will take it and drive, turn to pass. Almost a good steal there by Kelly Wandell. Good cut by Perkins, runs right into Eckenrod and loses the basketball.
Yeah, Heath Eckenrod, good position, ready for a charge. They didn't call anything like that, but they did get the turnovers from Maryville's ball. Maryville fighting a little bit of pressure here as Eckenrod gets it over to Hicks. Hicks over to Varney, Varney back over to Eckenrod. Eckenrod to Wandell. Wandell underneath. Ball slapped away. It'll be Maryville's ball still.
Yeah, looks like under the basket to inbound. There will be Maryville as they get the ball in. Gardner gets it into Wandell, and they continue to move the ball around. Back to Gardner, 3 ball, no good, and rebounded by Eckenrod. Wandell kicks out. Eckenrod will drive. Sees nothing. She's going to have to get rid of it as well. Shot clock winding down. Shelby Hicks goes up with the shot and blocked. A good block there in defense by number 4, Ashanti Hightower.
They're going to call that foul on Hightower. Hightower had to race over to try to block it. Did get her hands out in time, but made contact with Hicks as well.
First free throw up and good for Hicks. Second free throw good as well. So 2-0, Maryville leads. And here comes the Wolves. Ball in the hands of Hightower. Hightower will drive. Good defense by Gardner, but an even better shot there by Hightower ties this game up at 2. Looking to trap at half court, forces Gardner to get rid of the ball. She'll get it to Wandell. Wandell able to hold on to it, but good defense and active hands by the Wolves. And Wesleyan College with the ball and pushing tempo. Up with the layup and good by Jamila Rahashim. Claire Varney with the basketball as they cross half court. Varney will drive. Layup, bottom.
That's how you break the press. Pass the ball around, get it to the open person.
Going in and driving is Perkins, and a nice block there for Maryville. And Wandell gets it out quickly to Varney, pushing tempo again. Hicks, layup. Maryville back with the lead.
Good push, good play by Maryville right there. Definitely good play by Hicks to be able to keep her balance because she was almost under the basket.
That time Perkins was under the basket. It hits off the bottom of the goal. Maryville gets it back quickly. Good passing down low. Just unable to connect, but Varney gets the rebound on the second chance opportunity, makes the basket. Number 1 going inside, hands the ball off to number 23, Talia Slocum. Slocum goes up, makes the basket, and is fouled.
I think that foul will be on Kelly Wandell. She got Slocum on the arm.
Scott, 4 out of the 5 players starting tonight for the Wesleyan Wolves are freshmen. This was a team last year that had lost a lot. I believe, if Scott, and correct me if I'm wrong, they came into last year's game having to cut several players because of some issues with the team. And they had a very depleted roster, and Maryville had a really good game that night against Wesleyan. This year it looks like Coach has been able to kind of build some depth back up on his team with a lot of newcomers, and some talented freshmen on the roster.
Oh, yeah, the ladies looking very good watching them out here so far. I was watching them in warm-ups, had some really good three-point shooters. That's something Maryville will need to watch. But looks like he's starting to get his program rebuilt. And hey, during the timeout, Abby Joseph has entered the game for Maryville, replacing Wandell.
And at the line to shoot one, number 23, Talia Slocum. Basket no good, rebounded by Hicks. Hicks will get it to Gardner, and Gardner will bring it down the court. She gets to Eckenrod, but right through the hands of Elsa Eckenrod, and it goes out of bounds.
He's entering the game for Maryville for Libby Gardner will be number 2, Courtney Carruthers. If you remember Wednesday night, Carruthers had a great game shooting, so see if her hand's still hot.
Absolutely, yeah. Carruthers with 37 last game. Absolutely lit it up. But so did the team as a whole, shooting over 60% for the ball game. Maryville could not miss. So Abby Joseph comes away with the rebound. She'll get it to Carruthers, and here comes Courtney Carruthers. She'll get it right back to Abby Joseph. Joseph over to Varney. Varney to Eckenrod. Eckenrod pump fake. Right back to Varney. Now inside, and Abby Joseph loses the handle. Just a little bit of a sloppy pass there high. Joseph tried to one-hand it and lost it, but Maryville comes right back and gets a steal. Varney over to Hicks. Hicks to Carruthers. Pump fake. Carruthers will drive. Jumper. No good. Good rebound. Oh, good rebound there. Almost lost it, but Elsa Eckenrod battling tough down low. Varney will drive. Kick. Joseph. 3-ball. No good. Good hustle. Shelby Hicks comes away with it. Carruthers drives. Looks like it went off of her foot. Did it go off her last, Scott?
No, it looks like it went off one of the Wolves' feet. I'm sorry. Or could say paw at this point.
Yeah.
But still, at least that's what the referee saw. Couldn't really tell. There were a lot of them down there, so I couldn't see who actually kicked it.
Well, luckily it will stay with Maryville. Shot clock winding down. Maryville's going to have to get a shot up, but no, it's stolen. And pushing tempo again are the Wolves. And going up with the shot is number 1, Jamila Rahashim.
Maryville getting just a little lazy with their passes, not handling this pressure from the Wolves right now.
Claire goes up. Good job splitting the defense, then going up with the right-handed layup. Rahashim with the ball. Good pick by Perkins. Rahashim thinks about it. But there's good defense by Maryville. She's going to have to get rid of it and get it to Nala Lawrence. Lawrence now gives it to Hightower. Hightower to Rahashim. Hashim kicks it outside. Shot, no good, and rebounded by Carruthers. Joseph with the ball. Joseph will kick it across court to Hicks. Hicks pump fakes and drives. Good shot. No good, though. Good rebound by Eckenrod. And Eckenrod will get the second chance opportunity, and it will fall.
Good inside play by both ladies right there.
Losing the handle there was Lawrence, but they're going to say it was touched last by Maryville. So Wesleyan College will remain with the basketball.
Natera Perkins, Kelsey Haupt, and I lost the third one. I think it's number 10.
So number 11.
Number 11. Trying to catch all of them that got in here, Heath. Marilyn Naismith have all entered the game for Wesleyan. Also entering the game back from Maryville was Holland Geralds along with Libby Gardner.
The foul is on Wesleyan, number 20, Kelsey.
They're going to call the foul on Kelsey Haupt. That's number 20. That'll be her first foul.
Gardner with the ball. She'll get it to Geralds. Geralds to Joseph, and Joseph with the layup. Good. Good job cutting to the basket by Joseph, and Geralds was able to see her and get a nice bounce pass to her, and then Joseph able to finish the deal. Perkins gets it outside. Ball in the hands of Rahashim. Rahashim, 3-ball. No good. And rebounded by Geralds. Carruthers with the ball. A little hesitation. And around the defender and up with the shot and just fell out there by Carruthers and rebounded by the Wolves. Ball in the hands of Naismith. Back up top. Now they're going to try to get it inside and feed their post player, Kelsey Hott. And Hott unable to hold on to it.
Good hustle play by Geralds along with Carruthers as they're on the ground fighting with Natera Perkins trying to get the ball. Turns into a jump ball. It'll be Wesleyan's possession.
All right, so back from the delay, and Maryville with the ball as the Wolves miss the basket, and Courtney Carruthers crosses half court. Carruthers will drive. She'll go up with a shot, little floater, no good, and rebounded by Hott. Hott gets it to Naismith. Now in the hands of Rahashim. She'll hand the ball off to Lawrence. Lawrence inside to Perkins. Perkins is going to lose the handle. Another battle for it, and looks like it was off the hands of Naismith last, so it'll be Maryville ball.
Yeah, good hustle, good work defensively by Maryville. Really fighting to try to get the ball. And the Wolves just knocked it out last, so it comes back to Maryville. Exiting the game is Barney and Joseph re-entering the game for Maryville. Now will be Jones.
Yeah, Hannah Jones entering the game for Maryville. And looks like Rahashim went to the bench for Wesleyan as Hightower re-enters. Carruthers gets it to Gerald. Gerald's inside to Hannah Jones. Hannah Jones has got the height advantage, but she'll kick it back out to Carruthers. Active hands there by Lawrence forced Jones to kind of get it back outside. Jones gets it back inside. We'll kick it right back out to Carruthers. Shot clock winding down. She'll have to step back and throw it up and count it.
She struggled a little bit on her two so far today, but got the threes going.
Start calling her Courtney Splash Brothers Carruthers there with another nice big-time shot, looking like a Golden State Warrior out there, Scott.
They're going to call Carruthers on the foul.
The foul is on Maryville, number 2, Courtney Carruthers, her first, team second.
Wesleyan working really hard that once they get around the free throw line of pushing the ball inside, trying to drive and create something.
Good basket by Perkins.
And Wesleyan back to their trap.
Carruthers, jumper. No good. Battle for it down low. Jones almost had it. Now Eckenrod's going to get down low and battle for it with Lawrence, and we've got a jump ball.
The good hustle with Eckenrod down there getting Maryville the ball back. It's like Eckenrod coming back out and Barney exiting. Or no, Barney coming in. Eckenrod leaving.
Come on, court.
Ball inbounds
Work, Hannah.
to Carruthers. Hannah trying to get some position down low. Carruthers decides to take it. Step back jumper, good.
Courtney Carruthers for 2.
Hightower drives. Good crossover there by Hightower and gets a nice layup.
Ken, that's what I'm talking about. She's getting right up to the free throw line and then quick step into the lane.
Yeah. Trap there on Gerald. Gerald is going to try to take it inside and kick it. She'll kick it to Varney. Varney will drive. Now to Jones. Jones out to Carruthers.
Got a 3-second call underneath.
High tower to Perkins. Perkins thinks about it, takes it inside. That was awfully close, Scott, to a walk. Perkins goes back in again. Shot, good.
Yeah, I shot that over Hannah Jones.
Back to the trap is Wesleyan. As they'll come up and try to trap Gerald. Gerald's going to have to get rid of it, and it's stolen. Here comes Perkins. Perkins. A little sidestep of Gardner and another basket, and they're cutting into this deficit. It's now 19-16. Maryville leads, and we've got 20 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Jumper by Varney. No good. And rebounded by Lawrence of Wesleyan College. Lawrence drives. Bounce pass to Perkins. Perkins almost loses it. Good defense by Varney. And they're going to say it went off Varney last as it goes out of bounds. And Wesleyan will inbound. Inbounding the ball for Wesleyan College will be number 11, Marilyn Naismith, the 5'7 junior from Macon, Georgia. Lawrence now, three-pointer. No good. Perkins comes away with it. Perkins with the shot. No good. And time will expire here in the first quarter. And your score after one, Maryville 19, Wesleyan 16. You're listening to MCScots.com. And we're back. Your score 19-16, Maryville, as we begin the second quarter of action here at Maryville College. Wesleyan College with the basketball. They're going to get it inside to Hott. Hott turns around with the hook shot and good.
And a nice bounce off the rim for her there. Wesleyan back in their trap.
Inside to Wandell. Wandell comes right back and answers. Good shot by Kelly Wandell.
Exactly what I was talking about during our break. Getting the ball inside quickly, since all three of their guards are up here around half court.
Well, Scott, if you'll notice, Maryville's gone to a zone. 2-3 zone for Maryville. Abby Joseph comes away with it, and that'll probably help because you noticed that a lot of Wesleyan's shots come from that inside drive. So now trying to prevent them from doing that, force them to shoot on the outside.
Oh, definitely, Heath, because they're trying to keep Perkins in Hightower. They're driving every time they get around the box.
And that's their key scorers, and a lot of those shots have just been inside the paint. Wandell with the ball. She'll give it to Gardner. Gardner will drive. Kick over to Hicks. Now to Varney. Varney, three ball. Ooh, so close. They're going to say it was off Wesleyan College last. So Maryville with an opportunity to inbounds in 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, Kelsey Hope just swatted that ball out of the area.
Gardner to Varney. Varney will move, swing it over in the corner, and then they'll get it inside Abby Joseph, and an easy shot there for Abby Joseph. Good assist by Hicks. Another jump ball.
No ball, possession to Maryville.
Yeah, Wesleyan and Kelsey Hope Haupt is 6'1", sophomore. A little bit of experience, but gives him a little bit of height underneath. Other than that, you can basically pass around him.
Yeah, they do that there too.
Yeah, right there with Kelly Wandell scoring. But if you get her away from the basket, there's no one down there to defend against Maryville's taller players.
Yeah. A little bit of a kickball that time from Varney. And Wesleyan will remain with the ball. And we've got a few substitutions coming into the ball game.
Right. Jamila Rahashim, along with Audrey Meldon and thank you, Talia Shelton.
Got Talia Slocum in the ball game. Maryville brings back in Elsa Eckenrod and Courtney Carruthers. Another kickball.
Where it keeps us, or
Claire Varney, we talked about her soccer skills last game. Scott showing them again there with a few kicks here in the second quarter.
She'll make a good goalie right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Varney this time comes away with a steal by using her hand, and she'll pass it to Carruthers, and Carruthers just loses it, but Carruthers able to regain it, and a good pass inside to Shelby Hicks, who was cutting to the basket, and Hicks will connect.
Yeah, good job by Hicks to be able to follow down the fast break such as you had someone down there extra.
3 ball from Perkins, no good. Rebounded by Carruthers. Eckenrod to inbound, and she'll get it to Carruthers. Swing it over to Varney. Abby Joseph inside. Good spin move. She's going to take it in. Turn. Up and around. Go up with the shot. She might not make it, but she will draw the foul.
We're going to call that foul on number 30, Heath. That is Aubrey Malden.
Aubrey Malden, her first, team first. At the line, Abby Joseph.
First free throw, no good for Joseph. Joseph for the season a 58% free throw shooter. That time connects on the second, and it is now a 10-point lead for Maryville. Up and around and good is Slocum. Three-pointer, no good. Coming away with it though, and for the second opportunity is Eckenrod, but Eckenrod misses. And Wesleyan with the ball.
Her hands on that one in and was able to get a tie up. So she gets the jump ball, goes back to Wesleyan, but good play by Eckenrod.
Another mass group of substitutions as Kelly Wandell and Holland Geralds come back in for Maryville. Perkins will drive. Get it to Slocum. Slocum kicks it back out. Hightower, 3-ball. Good block by Varney, and Holland Geralds gets the rebound. She'll get it to Varney. Carruthers, pump fake. Get inside the Wandell. Wandell over to Geralds. Geralds, Eckenrod. Eckenrod up, no good, but fouled.
If they're going to call that foul on Natera Perkins, that'll be her first foul. That's the second foul on Wesleyan this quarter.
First free throw up and good for Eckenrod. Ball in the hands of number 21, Taisha Hughes, the 5'6 sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia. Hughes back with the ball. She'll get it over to Rahashim. 9-point lead for Maryville with 5:50 remaining here in the second quarter. Hughes back with the ball. She'll give it to Hightower. Good defense. Hightower goes to look inside. Hightower bounces off of Wandell, and that's going to be a walk as she hit a brick wall. That was just good defense by Wandell.
It was. Wandell had position. She turned and ran right into her and just lost her balance on that.
Carruthers with the ball. Gerald's comes outside to get it, and it looks like a good job getting a hand in by Malden, but they're going to say it went off the hands of Gerald's last. So Wesleyan College with the ball. Hughes to inbound. She'll get it into Ashanti Hightower, the 5'3 freshman from Macon, Georgia. Get it inside to Rahashim. Rahashim tries to go up and under, and they're going to say she walked. Yep. First, I was wondering if they were calling a foul, but luckily for Maryville, it was a walk. And, Scott, we talk about the youth on this Wesleyan College team. This team's got 9 freshmen out of 13 players on their roster.
Well, that's definitely one way to build for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Shelby Hicks with the ball. Shelby will drive. She'll have to get rid of it. She gives it to Wandell. Wandell swings it to Carruthers. Carruthers 3-ball. Good. And again, Courtney Carruthers having another great night.
Still hitting those threes. Yeah, the only thing with Wesleyan having that many freshmen, you're going to have a lot of growing pains to start with. But
yeah.
As they continue to stay together and play together, they're going to be able to really have a strong team by their junior and senior years.
Well, yeah, Scott, they continue to put in the work and listen to their coach and do the right things. That chemistry will continue to build, and they'll continue to get better. And so we definitely wish them the best of luck in that development. But back to someone who's had the hot hand of late, Courtney Carruthers. She's up to 8 points. And so is Maryville, as Maryville with another great steal, but that time just a little bit too far in front of Carruthers. She would have been able to have a nice, easy layup there, but just a little bit overthrown. And Wesleyan will come away with the ball. Claire Varney definitely could play soccer. I don't know about quarterback.
Right.
So probably keep her out of football.
Just a little bit too far leaving her receivers there.
Rahashim with the ball. Rahashim will drive. She's going to have to get rid of it to Slocum. Right back to Rahashim. Hashim goes up. No good. Pushing tempo is Maryville. Somehow Carruthers finds a way to split that, Scott, but she double dribbled.
Yeah, she got a little bit of a traffic there. When she turned, you could see both hands come up on the ball and then dribble. So we've got a 30-second timeout as well.
Well, Scott, let's take a timeout with them. Your score, Maryville 32, Wesleyan 20 with 4:03 remaining in the second quarter. We'll be right back. Wesleyan College with the basketball, and the ball in the hands of Hughes. Hughes will get it to Malden. Moving the ball around. Hightower now tries to get it back to Hughes and overthrows her. Ball out of bounds. Maryville ball.
Hey, during the timeout, Libby Gardner came in. She had replaced Carruthers.
Checking in for Wesleyan, number 2, Nayla Lawrence, and number 3, Natera Perkins.
And Nayla Lawrence and Natera Perkins both have entered back for Wesleyan.
Wandell jumper, no good, and rebounded by Slocum. Good job by Malden saving that one and kicking it back outside. This time they get it to Rahashim, but Rahashim unable to connect on the 3 ball. Here comes Maryville. Maryville trying hard not to get caught up in the trap and trying to push it, but it's getting a little sloppy out there. Pump fake by Joseph. Joseph drives, and they're going to say she walked.
Keith Elsa Eckenrod's returning for Maryville, replacing Claire Varney.
A 6'1" sophomore from Washington, Georgia, number 20, Kelsey Howe.
Kelsey Howe has returned for Wesleyan as well.
2-3 zone for Maryville on defense. And Malden goes to cut inside, and just a miscommunication between Malden and Lawrence. Lawrence throws it out of bounds.
Entering the game for Maryville, he is replacing Kelly Wandell, is Courtney Carruthers.
Carruthers, 3 ball. Good.
She's found her spots again tonight.
Yeah, Scott, she's up to 11. They get it outside to Naismith, now inside to Perkins. Perkins guarded by Joseph, and Perkins is going to have to shoot a fadeaway. No good. And here come the Scots. Ooh, nice pass inside to Shelby Hicks. And Hicks able to make it with the layup.
Yeah, Courtney is not hitting the threes. Getting some good assist passes down. Good view of the court right there on her part.
Malden for 3. Good.
Three-pointer by Aubrey Malden.
Yeah, Lawrence going to look at her after that like, yeah, that's what you were supposed to have done last possession.
Outside, Eckenrod for 3. No good. Battle for it, and Lawrence comes away with it. Carruthers gets a hand in there, but Perkins is able to help pick up the basketball. Perkins drives, gets it to Halp. Halp, good with the basket and the foul.
Gardner on the foul on that one, trying to get in the way of Halp. But
From Maryville, number 3, Libby Gardner, her first, team first. Count the basket by
and it looks like Claire's come back in. She is replacing Hicks.
Basket good for Halp. Got a minute 37 remaining here in the second quarter. Maryville up by 11. Libby Gardner with the basketball. Turns, hands it off to Varney. Varney tries to kick it inside, and good active hands by the defense knocks the ball out of bounds. Gardner to inbound. Abby Joseph with the ball. Now to Carruthers. Carruthers will drive. Stop. Jumper. Good. That gives Carruthers 13. Halp inside. Halp. Good. Halp starting to heat up. Gardner crosses half court. Gets the play call from Coach Trevelyan as the offense gets set. He'll give it off to Varney, to Gardner. Now over to Eckenrod, who will get it inside. Joseph, spin move. Joseph was heavily guarded there and still decided to go up with it, and she'll get the foul call.
We'll call that on number 20. That is going to be on Halp. It will be her second.
At the line for Maryville, Abby Joseph.
First free throw good for Joseph. Great job by Joseph connecting on both of those free throws there. So now she's 3 of 4 for the night from the free throw line.
Entering back in the game for Wesleyan is Talia Slocum. She is replacing Halp.
We got 45 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Perkins will get it to Slocum. Slocum at the free throw line. She'll try to get it inside as Perkins tries the cut. Maryville comes away with the steal. Shelby Hicks up with it and drawing the foul.
Perkins.
It'll be on the Tara Perkins. That'll be her second
At
foul.
line, Shelby Hicks.
Here we go, Shelby. Come on.
Second free throw, good.
Go, one stop, one stop.
Good recovery by Hightower there as the ball almost went back court.
13 seconds on the clock. Hightower inside to Hughes, outside to Rahashim. Rahashim step back, three, no good. Rebounded by Joseph. Clock winding down. Oh, Joseph tried to take it the distance and go up with a floater, no good. And that is how we will end the second quarter. Scott, 2 quarters down, and your score, Maryville 42, Wesleyan College 28. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll read some of the halftime statistics and talk about how the game's gone so far. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
And welcome back to the Maryville and Wesleyan College out of Macon, Georgia game, as we're going to look at real quickly at stats for the first half. Wesleyan so far shooting for the game 43%, 12% from behind the three-point line and 50% at the free throw line. Maryville shooting 48%, 37% behind the arc and 70% at the free throw line. Joining me here is Heath again, and so far what you've seen, what do you think of the first half, Heath?
Well, Scott, much of the same compared to last game from Courtney Carruthers, continuing to shoot the ball very well, has got 13 points of night. She's 5 of 10 from the field, but 3 of 4 from behind the three-point line, so she is just almost automatic from behind the arc. So she's playing really well. Excited to see how she finishes this ball game. We've got Shelby Hicks with 9, who's been a big contributor as well. She's had a really nice game. And on the other end, Jamila Rahashim has made her presence felt. Only 4 points, but she seems to be a good playmaker for them. The Tara Perkins has done really well with 6 points. Hightower with 4, and Slocum with 3. So we've also got Kelsey Haupt with 7. A quiet 7, but has done quite well. And we'll see how we finish this game up, Scott. Maryville hoping to clean a few things up here. A few sloppy passes in that first half because of the trap that Wesleyan put on, but hopefully Coach Trevelyan has got his team prepared for that a little bit more here in the second half, and I'm sure he has. As a missed jumper by Elsa Eckenrod here early on in the third quarter gives Wesleyan College the basketball. So up top, Perkins will have the basketball for the Wolves, and she'll come around and she'll hand it off to Hightower. Hightower up top to Rahashim. Right back to Perkins. Perkins tries to get inside. Good defense, but she'll spin around, and a good job with a nice shot there as the basket falls for Perkins.
Yeah, really good roll for her on that one, being able to get a nice friendly rim to allow that ball to go in, and Wesleyan again starting out with a trapping defense about half court, then falling into what looks like a 2-3 zone again as Claire Varney hits a 3 over the top of it.
Good shot by Varney. 15-point lead now for the Scots as Hightower goes to drive inside. She'll go and throw it up, and Scott, what a shot from Hightower. Just kind of fires it from the side and then spins around the rim and finally falls in.
Yeah, Hightower's got a really good first move, get over to the basket.
Yeah, a good quick first step for Hightower. That time, though, a really good pass inside, and Wandell connects. Hightower drives, hands off to Slocum. Slocum is blocked, and coming away with it, though, is Rahashim. Rahashim has to pick up her dribble. She's going to give it to Perkins. Perkins will drive and kick it right back. Here comes Rahashim. Good drive. Rahashim's got a little bit of a kind of carry with the basketball and keeping it away from Gardner's active hands, and Rahashim's able to go up with a nice layup. Inside to Eckenrod. Eckenrod spins. Going to have to bring it right back out. Gardner gets to Wandell. Wandell to Gardner up top. Swings it over to Hicks. Now to Eckenrod. Over to Gardner. Gardner, 3-ball. No good. Rebounded by Wandell. She'll get it to Varney. Good pick by Hicks. Varney will drive. Get it back outside, and Perkins comes away with the steal and the fast break layup.
And it looks like a 30-second timeout. Heath has been called by Wesleyan.
Scott, let's take one with them. 7:28 remains in the third. Maryville 47, Wesleyan 36. Hicks crosses half court, gives it over to Eckenrod. Eckenrod back to Hicks. Open 3-ball, count it. Scott, Shelby Hicks earlier this season was leading the conference in three-pointers made. Hasn't had as many opportunities as of late, probably because Courtney Carruthers has been so hot. But she's a good three-point shooter, and when you need a good basket, it's a good person to give the ball to.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They're going to call Hightower on a travel there. They say she's driving. She's getting to the free throw line and then driving, tucking the ball in and then trying to push her way into the defender. Referees are not giving her any of that. She's the one making the initial contact.
Yeah. So they stay in that 2-3 defense that we saw earlier, Scott, and prevent that from happening again. And if she tries to drive, take the charge. Abby Joseph for three. No good. Coming away with it is Wandell, and you talk about going back up strong. She does that time. She won't connect, but she will draw the foul.
Yeah, they're going to get that on Aubrey Malden. That's going to be her second foul for the game.
Our girl starts outside the box and she ends up under the paint or under the rim.
First free throw good. Second free throw good as well. Now a 16-point lead for Maryville. Ra Hashim with the basketball on the right side of the key. She'll give it up top to Malden. Malden over to Hightower on the left side. Hightower dishes it inside to Perkins, and a little bit of a push off there from Claire Varney.
The foul is on Maryville, number 13, Claire Varney. Her first, team first.
Yeah, Heath, that'll be Claire's first foul for the game.
Number 2, Nayla Lawrence returns to the game for Wesleyan.
And Lawrence returns for Wesleyan as they get set to inbound.
Inside to Perkins. Perkins turns around and gets blocked by Varney.
Yeah, they're going to call a jump ball.
Ball possession to Wesleyan College.
That will go back to Wesleyan.
Inbound to Lawrence. Now up top to Slocum. Slocum guarded by Wandell. She'll hand it off to Malden. Malden, nice cutter there by Perkins. Perkins right behind. Varney sneaks in, gets the bounce pass, makes the layup. Perkins is shifty and quick, Scott.
Yeah, very quick.
Her and Hightower make a really good combo, and they're only freshmen.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, a couple more years playing together, they're going to be very tough.
Really nice backcourt of the future there for coach of Wesleyan College. As Carruthers drives, no good on the layup, but it'll be touched last by Wesleyan, and it'll be Maryville College basketball. And Scott, you talk about youth from Wesleyan. Let's talk a little bit about the youth of Maryville College. They've got a little bit older team in some areas, but you've got some real talent in this freshman class with players like Courtney Carruthers and Abby Joseph.
All right, and then also with Holland Gerald, who just checked in as well, still one of the younger players, so getting some good experience down low as well.
Well, it's got Gerald's, though. Gerald's is a junior.
Is she? I thought
She is.
I thought she was a sophomore.
Yeah, Gerald's a junior.
She got one more year. She's still got more experience.
She does. She's a very talented player. She's fun to watch. We've talked about the growth of Gerald's this season, getting more and more aggressive in the post, and that's something we've needed to see from her, and she's really stepped her game up. It's been impressive to watch the maturity of Holland Gerald. This time Malden takes a jumper, and good. Malden has had some nice shots today for Wesleyan, connected on a three earlier, connects there on a nice turnaround jumper. Maryville inbounds the ball, and with the basketball is Claire Varney.
Yeah, Claire had a little bit of a gnat on her there, more or less, as Perkins was all over her back as she was trying to get the ball in.
Number 3, Libby Gardner returns.
It looks like Shelby Hicks is going to exit as Libby Gardner comes back for Maryville.
Continuing to see this lead fluctuate back and forth for Maryville, Scott. They'll get it to 15, 16, 17-point lead, and then you'll look at Wesleyan, they'll cut right back into it, get it back down to 10 or 11, then Maryville will build it back out again. So just consistency and got to stay focused and finish here for Maryville. See if they can close out this ball game strong. That time, Abby Joseph walks in, Wesleyan College with the basketball. So if you're going to close the game out strong, definitely not the way to do it right there. So it's an 11-point lead for Maryville. Hightower, Ashanti Hightower with the ball. She'll turn and give it to Malden. Malden goes for a three-pointer, no good, and rebounded by Maryville as Libby Gardner crosses the logo and will give it to Joseph. Joseph, three ball, no good. Good hustle by Gerald and Carruthers. They're finally able to come away with it, but a battle, and Still a little bit of a scrum for the basketball, and somehow Maryville gets it back. And this time Lawrence reaches her hand in as Carruthers drives in. I believe that will be a foul. And Scott, it looks like Hannah Jones is hurt. No, that's Livy Gardner.
Yeah. Yeah, during everyone diving for the ball, I didn't see. Yeah, the foul there was on Lawrence.
The foul is on Wesleyan number 2, Nayla Lawrence, her first, team second.
Hopefully, Scott, Livy Gardner's okay as she makes her way to the bench. And Carruthers shoots a 3-ball, and Carruthers drains it.
Good shot by Courtney. Give a quick answer back to Wesleyan.
Hightower with the ball. She'll swing it over to Perkins, right back to Hightower, and Carruthers comes in and tips the ball away.
Entering back in the game for Wesleyan Heath will be Marilyn Naismith along with Kelsey Haupt. Good steal by Claire there.
Ooh.
And brings it up short. Good attempted steal by Holland Gerald. She almost got it.
Yeah,
unfortunately couldn't corral it as it was heading out of bounds.
Looked like on the fast break there, Scott Varney just kind of had her head down, pulled up at the last minute, and was just a tad bit too late there as Wesleyan College now with the ball. Ooh.
Oh, definitely a walk. And then an over the back. But coming back in for Wesleyan's number 1, that's going to be Jamila Rahashim.
Lawrence with the ball. Now up top to Rahashim. Rahashim will drive. Kick. Lawrence. Now to Naismith. Back to Lawrence. Pump fake on a 3-ball. She's going to have to get rid of it. Shot clock winding down. Good defense from Maryville. Hightower drives and is blocked.
They're going to call Holland Geralds on this.
The foul is on Maryville, number 12, Holland Geralds, her first.
It'll be Holland's first foul.
At the line for 2 shots, Ashanti Hightower.
First free throw, no good for Hightower. Second free throw, good. Maryville pushing tempo. Carruthers with the ball. Step back, gives it to Geralds. Geralds, nice post move, turns, reverse layup, no good, but fouled.
Good move by Holland. I like that move. That was nice.
Yeah.
Foul's on number 20. That's going to be on Kelsey Haupt. That will be her 3rd foul.
And Scott, that's the thing. We've talked about this maturity of Holland Geralds, and they're with a great opportunity under the basket. Good connection on the first free throw, and continuing that conversation, Scott, looking to shoot. You know, a lot of times you've seen her dribble inside and look to kick. Second free throw, good as well. Great job, 2 of 2 there at the line for Geralds, but she didn't look to kick that time. She got the ball. She aggressively took it under the rim and went up with it. That's something you want to see. And as they continue to do that, they did it last game, Scott. They used their post players to help their outside shooting, and it certainly worked out for them there. A steal, a layup, and an and one opportunity for Claire Varney.
Yeah, and that foul is going to be called on Ashanti Hightower as she tried to challenge Claire going up. But talking back on Holland for a second, right is, the more aggressive she gets going up for those baskets, the more opportunities she's going to have at the free throw line like that. And Wesleyan's called a full timeout.
We'll be back in just a moment. at the line shooting one, Claire Varney, after she just connected on a nice layup and was fouled. Count it. Now Maryville with 60 points in the ball game as they lead by 18 with 3:10 remaining here in the third quarter. Hightower, Ashanti Hightower with the basketball. She'll give it to Lawrence. They'll kick it across court to Rahashim. Rahashim drives inside, and they're going to say it was knocked off Rahashim last, to her surprise, and Maryville with the basketball. Claire Varney guarded by Hightower.
Yeah, Wesleyan the whole game has continued to use a 1-2-2 trapping type full court press. Maryville's been able so far to break it, but they still give Maryville some fits down there. Entering the game for Wesleyan Heath is number 21. That'll be Tushea Hughes.
Three ball, count it.
You can tell Courtney's starting to feel it. She's had that grin when she shot that. Good
She's
steal.
up to 19. Good layup by Varney.
Up in for an easy layup.
Puts her at 13 for the night. Hughes with the basketball up top. She get it to Naismith. Naismith to Rahashim. Three ball. Good.
Three-pointer by Nayla. Make that by number 1, Shamila Rahashim.
Oh.
Claire still just a little far out on that pass. That was a good receiver dive, more or less, by Holland, but she was fouled by Marilyn Naismith.
Yeah, Gerald's hit the sign on her way out of the locker room. I'll give my all for MC today.
She did. And has so far.
Yeah, she's played great. First free throw up and good. Scott, statistically looking at it, that's her third point of the ball game, but she's tied with Eckenrod for the most rebounds tonight for Maryville with 5.
And I believe she's perfect from the line so far.
You are correct. 4 of 4 from the line by Gerald, and she's got 4 points tonight.
She's going to get a little bit of a rest as Kelly Wandell re-enters the game for Maryville. Also
Barney.
coming in for, sorry Heath.
No, you're okay.
Coming in for Wesleyan is Bree Hamilton as well.
Hughes gets it inside to Halp. Halp kicks it out. 3 ball. No good. And rebounded by Wandell.
Kelly's holding her leg. As she came down with the rebound, she lost control of the ball. Looks like she twisted her ankle just a little bit. Wesleyan grabbed the ball and took a 3 and made it. So looks like she's a little ginger on that.
Had a few scary moments tonight on the court.
Yeah.
Again, I don't have an update on Livy Gardner, but hopefully she's okay. Just maybe pulled something lightly, and we'll be back for tomorrow's ball game. So Varney goes up with a drive, and Varney is fouled. You never want to see anyone with a serious injury in the field of play in any type of sport, and always hope they're able to come back quickly. So definitely probably won't see Libby Gardner the rest of tonight, but we hope to see her back tomorrow.
Exactly. They're going to call a foul there on Halp. That would be her 4th foul. She was replaced by Leah Slocum. I will have that name right by the end of the night.
Scott, I was wanting to confirm before I said it, and I thought this was still the case. Earlier in the season, Claire Varney, number 1 in the USA South in steals, overall steals, and that is still the case.
Nice.
Oh my goodness, Claire Varney to Abby Joseph.
Yeah, beautiful pass coming down from Eckenrod down to Claire. Claire just catch and pitch over, and Joseph puts it right in. That's what you like to see.
That was nice.
We can call the foul on Carruthers.
She's going to be leading in assists, too. She keeps doing plays like that, but as I was saying a minute ago, leading the conference earlier this season in steals, that is still the case. Claire Varney coming into tonight's ball game is the leader in steals in the USA South with 93 steals for the season. The next person closest to her, Amari Price of Piedmont with 82.
Let's say at the rate Claire's going, she'll probably have 100 by the end of the weekend.
She's played quite well and has a few tonight. She's also fifth in the conference in points per game at 15.
Triangle, run your lanes.
So a 23-point lead now for Maryville. We've got 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. Wandell inside. Kicks it out. Stolen by Perkins. Layup up. Good.
The steal in the basket by Netera Perkins.
Hey, block.
Good attempt by Kelly. She just never saw the player come from her blind side. Cut right in between, and Perkins just took it down for an easy layup. But Maryville can hold for the last shot. They're going to call that on 21, Heath. That's going to be Taisha Hughes.
At the line, Claire Varney.
First free throw good for Varney.
Good rebound by Joseph and a tie up underneath.
Ball possession to Maryville.
Hughes fighting hard with Joseph underneath. Joseph slung into Perkins. Perkins has a little something to say to Joseph. She and Joseph exchange a little bit of words. Right now the referee's going to straighten them both of them out here a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of a scuffle there. As Varney to inbound, she'll get it into Eckenrod. Eckenrod, three ball. No good. Rebounded by Carruthers. Three ball by Carruthers. No good as she just has to chuck it up there. And that's how we'll end the third quarter. Maryville 71, Wesleyan 49. Maryville really starting to pull away even more with this. And we've got one more quarter left to go. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to MCScots.com. Fourth quarter of action underway as Wesleyan College begins with the basketball
Nice steal.
and Claire Varney begins with the steal. She'll give it to Carruthers. Layup, good. Carruthers now at 21. Pass to Malden. Malden now gives it to Hughes. Hughes to Perkins. Perkins inside to Slocum. Slocum backs down. Gerald's no good, but Holland comes away with the rebound. Another dish down the court to Hicks. Hicks gives it to Joseph. Joseph up. No good, but found.
That was a good balancing act by Shelby there. I thought she was going to fall out of bounds. They're going to call the foul, Heath, on number 30. That's going to be on Aubrey Malden.
Well, one thing you can say about Varney's long court passes is she'll put it to where no one else can get it but you.
And sometimes not even you. But at least she's looking ahead. She's trying to get you down there.
Keeping those eyes open, trying to force the ball down the court quickly to her teammates, and you love to see that. Claire Vardy, one of the veterans on this team, Scott, but always looking to get her team involved, and I think that's helped with their development as a team and their chemistry. Here comes Perkins, who crosses the court. She'll give it over to Hughes. Hughes now gives the ball up. They'll give it right back to Hughes. She'll give it to Perkins on the right side of the key. Perkins calls out the offense, and they'll swing it around. They'll get it, ball in the hands to Aubrey Malden. Now back to Hughes. Now over to Perkins, and another steal. Varney, layup, good.
Yeah, and that's what you like to see out of a player defensively, is they're constantly looking for how they can get that ball away from them.
Scott, I don't know how many steals Varney has tonight. I'm not able to get that pulled up just yet, but total steals for Maryville tonight is at 13.
And I'd say Claire's had a big part of that.
I'd say at least 7 or 8. Inside to Gerald. No good, but she gets her own rebound. Battles back, turns, and makes the basket.
Awesome job by Holland Gerald there. Way to fight. Missed the first shot, got a rebound, and fought to put it back out.
Again, nice aggression and determination down low. They try to get it inside, and we've got another steal by Maryville. This time Holland gets it. Varney looking to push the tempo. She looks, drives, kicks, and stolen this time by Hamilton of the Wolves. Hamilton on the fast break. And Gerald looks to go with the swat, but will catch a piece of the arm. She'll be called for the foul.
The foul is on Maryville, number 12. Holland Gerald, her second, team first.
That'll be Holland's second. Entering the game back for Maryville is Elsa Eckenrod replacing Claire Varney. Also entering the game is Hannah Jones replacing Abby Joseph.
First free throw, no good for Bree Hamilton. Hamilton, a 5'8 freshman from Panama City, Florida. Second free throw, good.
Entering the game back for Wesleyan is number 20. That's Kelsey Hopp. She is replacing Hamilton.
Here comes Elsa Eckenrod with the ball. She'll give it to Carruthers. Carruthers to Eckenrod. He'll get it inside. Hannah Jones turns. Goes up with the shot. No good. Not a bad thought there by Hannah Jones. Just didn't fall.
Yeah, that's a shot she's probably just going to need to work on a little bit more. Kind of get more comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm. Here comes Malden. Malden over to Lawrence. 3 ball. Good.
Three-pointer by Layla Lawrence from Aubrey Malden.
Eckenrod crosses half court for Maryville. She gets it over to Jones. Jones inside. Shot, no good. Gives it right back to Jones, as that time one of the Wolves tries to save it, and as she throws it back in bounds, she throws it right back to Jones, and Jones connects. You might want to credit her with an assist.
They have to. Good thought there.
Got to get on the stat sheet somehow. As Shelby Hicks comes away with the steal, and she'll push the tempo to Eckenrod. Eckenrod bounce pass. Carruthers layup, no good. And off the hands of Hannah Jones, Wesleyan ball.
Back in the game for Wesleyan is number 11. That's going to be Marilyn Naismith and Camila Rahashim. Or Jamila Rahashim.
Shanti Perkins with the basketball. Hightower. Shanti Hightower. She'll give it to Lawrence, back to Hightower. Now over to Rahashim. Now up top. Swinging it back and forth up top right now is Wesleyan, as Rahashim finally finds an opening. She shoots 3 ball, no good. And Hannah Jones comes away with it, but battling down low and forcing a jump ball was the Wolves.
Right as Halp was able to get her hands in there. Coming back in the game is Abby Joseph for Maryville. She is replacing Shelby Hicks.
Well, looks like Scott, they may have said before she was able to stop and pass it to Joseph that Carruthers walked. So Wesleyan will get the ball right back. Rahashim, pump fake, gives it over to Naismith. Naismith for the jumper, no good, rebounded by Joseph. Joseph heaves it down the court to Eckenrod. Eckenrod to Holland Geralds, and Geralds walks. Got a little too excited with it and started to take off before she started her dribble, and they're going to call her for the walk. I mean, she's had quite the night. She's probably excited to keep it going. Lawrence with the ball now up top to Hightower. Rahashim, 3-ball, good.
Three-pointer by Jamila Rahashim from Ashanti Hightower.
Carruthers to Joseph. Joseph to Jones.
Nice pass.
Good.
And see, that's what you want to do, using Jones down low on that, getting her to the easy basket area, letting her just put it in, using that high to Maryville's advantage.
Hightower, 3-ball, no good. Rebounded by Carruthers. She'll give it to Eckenrod, and Eckenrod was not looking for that one, as the Wolves will get it right back, and Halp with the jumper, good.
That was a nice shot right there by her.
Halp's a good little player, Scott. Well, I shouldn't say little. She's the tallest one on the team, but a good player. And she's got a nice stroke on that jumper. She's got a really good shot, and she is trying to look at the scores here for Wesleyan. Hightower now.
We'll see which one they call the foul. And you
Halp's got
choices here.
Yeah, Halp's got 7. Excuse me. Was trying to see how many points she had today.
Yeah, Jones got fouled underneath it, and they're going to call that foul on Lawrence.
Wesleyan number 2, Nala Lawrence for second, team second. At the line, Hannah Jones.
Coming back into the game from Maryville is Kelly Wandell. She replaces Holland Gerald. She's had a really good game today.
Scott, I thought I had Gerald's at 4. She's actually got 6 points tonight. Jones misses the second free throw. And here comes the Wolves. We'll get it over to Hightower. Hightower now to Lawrence. Lawrence on the right side of the key. Good defense by Maryville. Lawrence is going to try to take it, though, up and under. Layup. Almost made it on the reverse. And rebounded by Joseph. Joseph pushes it quickly to Eckenrod. Eckenrod to Wandell. Wandell up. Basket.
Kelly Wandell from Elsa Eckenrod.
Stay two.
Checking in for Maryville.
Coming back in the game, Hayes for Maryville is Claire Varney. She replaces Hannah Jones. Hannah really starting to get a little bit more into the game there at the end.
Inbounding to Rahashim. Rahashim to Lawrence. Now back up top. Yeah, Wesleyan's going to want to keep their eyes out, as back in the game is one of the big-time players at getting steals when she needs it, and Claire Varney.
Hey, go one.
It's like Hightower and Joseph both going for the ball underneath. Hightower lost it underneath, and then Joseph lost her footing as Hightower came up underneath her. Both ladies landed on the ground. It looks like we got a timeout.
Scott, let's take one with them. 3:44 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Maryville 84, Wesleyan 60. You're listening to MCScots.com. Back to the action as Claire Varney has the basketball for Maryville, and Varney will cross half court. Wesleyan looking to put the trap back on as they do, and Eckenrod gets the basketball from Varney. Eckenrod looks to throw it up top. Instead, she'll find in the middle Abby Joseph. They'll move it around. Eckenrod, pump fake, drive. She'll have to get rid of it. She'll find Varney. Varney drives inside. Varney up with the basket. No good. Rebounded by Wandell. Wandell up, spins. No good again. And Wesleyan now with the ball.
Got a couple, Kelly.
We'll kick it over to Lawrence. Now to Hightower. Hightower to Rahashim. Rahashim gives it in the corner to Hightower and right back to her. She'll find Naismith. They're running out of shot clock. They're gonna do something as this time Hightower drives, throws it up, no good.
And they're gonna get number 20. That's gonna be Kelsey Hopp. They're gonna get her on her 5th foul. Tried reaching over the back.
Personal foul on Wesleyan, number 20, Kelsey Howe. 3 of the team.
Aubrey Malden will be entering the game for Hopp.
Checking in for Wesleyan, a 5'8" freshman from Panama City, Florida, number 5, Bree Hamilton. Also number 30, Aubrey Malden checks in.
Eckenrod inbounds the ball to Varney, and tough defense here trying to trap Claire Varney. She's doing a good job breaking it. She gets it over to Eckenrod. Eckenrod kicks. Carruthers will drive. Up with the shot. No good. Rebounded by Wandell in the basket.
Fouled. Give her the N1. We're going to call that on number.
There is no 13.
The foul is on Wesleyan, number 5, Bree Hamilton.
We're going to call that foul hit
4
on
on the team.
Bree Hamilton. That'll be her first foul.
For Kelly Wandell.
First free throw up and good for Wandell.
And Hannah comes back into the game, replacing Kelly.
Perkins with the ball. She'll give it to Hightower. Varney, steal. She'll go up with it, and basket's good.
Left-handed layup right there.
Inside, Perkins, turnaround, jumper. No good, rebounded by Joseph. Eckenrod up with the shot.
Foul charge. As Elsa tried to get back towards the basket, she jumped outward into the player.
Ugh, that's rough. That was a good play. She just backed her down and went up with it.
Exactly.
A 5'7" freshman from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 21, Haley Harmon.
Haley Harmon's entered the game now from Maryville Heath as Varney has gone back to the bench. Take a rest for the rest of the evening. Maryville has a game tomorrow at 2.
Eckenrod with a little frustration let out there as Hughes goes to pass, and Eckenrod just swats it out of bounds. Malden for 3. Good.
That seems to be her shot. She's got a really good shot from that.
She does. She's got 9 today. She's 3 of 4 from behind the arc. Slowing things down now is Maryville as they've got 1:30 remaining in this ball game. Good save.
Good save, yes, definitely by Harmon.
3 ball, Joseph, money.
He's entering the game for Maryville is going to be Carly Bowling. She's going to be replacing Carruthers.
Number 32, Carly Bowling.
Here comes Hughes for Wesleyan. Hughes will get it over to Hamilton. 3 ball for Hamilton. No good. And coming away with it is number 21, Haley Harmon. Harmon to Joseph. Joseph kicks it to Bowling. Bowling, 3-ball. No good. Rebounded,
Good
and in is Eckenrod.
Eckenrod came out of nowhere and came out and took that one. Replacing Joseph Heath entering the game from Maryville is Kaylee Collier, a 5'9" freshman guard out of Seymour, Tennessee.
Seymour, Tennessee, number 33, Kaylee Collier.
Ball thrown underneath, pinballs around a little bit, gets knocked out by Joseph or Jones.
Inside to Hamilton.
Good
Hamilton
block by
blocked
Hannah.
by Jones, and Eckenrod comes away with it. She'll give it to Harmon. Kicks it outside. Harmon pump fakes, drives, jumper. No good, but fouled.
That was going to be on number 11. That's going to be Marilyn Nesmith. That will be her second foul, 5th on Wesleyan for the game, or for this quarter.
Second free throw, no good for Harmon.
Yeah, as the shot clock is off, Heath Maryville is pulled back as Wesleyan has the ball underneath or down low.
Stay two.
It's like Perkins going up for the shot, knocked out of bounds by Jones. 4.3 seconds remaining. Ball goes to
Kick it
Malden,
outside.
kicks it out.
Back into Malden. Malden, jumper, no good.
Heath, something really, really good for tonight, too. They raised $1,477.21 for Brittany.
Absolutely incredible, Scott.
So definitely thank all the fans that were here tonight and all the others that have contributed to that. That's an outstanding amount towards the Brittany's Memorial Fund.
All right, and coming on the headset with us now, Coach Trevelyan. Coach, a nice win tonight for your ball club, and two big players tonight in Claire Varney and Carruthers, both with over 20 points each.
All right. Yeah, good job. I mean, it was sort of a workman's kind of effort. Did enough obviously on the offensive end. Defensively, we didn't really crank it up and defend the way I would have liked, but for the most part, we came out and did what we had to do tonight, which was find a way to get a win.
Player that looked like they really battled tonight and had a nice game was Holland Geralds.
Yeah, Holland did a great job. She has really come on here, especially in the second semester of the year. She's just a super energetic kid. She's flying around all over the floor, grabbing rebounds and starting to contest and block some shots. And that was one thing she asked me, Coach, what could I do to get out there and do more? I was like, well, go block some shots. And shot blockers can always find a way on the floor, and so she's done a lot more of that. And so you're seeing her minutes continue to go up.
Yeah, it certainly helps. And, Coach, I know you talked about the workman's mentality and the team kind of coming together here. One stat that really shows that, you got 45 points from the bench tonight.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of opportunities for people to come in, step in and make some plays, make some shots. And so it's good to see that we're ready to, get in there when your number's called, get a catch, make a play. So I'm glad to hear that. Senior
Day tomorrow, last game of the regular season before we begin tournament play. What are some of the key things you're focusing on in that final game?
Stay healthy. Biggest thing is you want to stay healthy tomorrow. Want to try to keep this offensive edge and offensive flow. Try to sharpen up a little bit on the defensive end, and then just try to get ready. Just get ready for a postseason and see what we can do.
All right, Coach. Well, we certainly appreciate your time.
All right,
we'll see you tomorrow as the Scots will be here at home for Senior Day as they'll face Agnes Scott at 2 p.m. And another legendary Scot coming on the headset now is Scott Dunkel. And Scott, your thoughts from today's game?
Another really good game, Heath. Give me just a second.
You're fine. We're getting all the stats and everything pulled up here and the headset readjusted as, again, Maryville with a big 95-63 win that now moves the Scots to 17 wins for the season, 17-7 now for Maryville, and overall a really impressive showing for Maryville College.
Yeah, definitely a great game for Maryville tonight. Definitely one, just like tomorrow, they should win games. Maryville, like the coach said, a little slow on the defense, just trying to get things started. A lot of points, I think, came with Claire getting a lot of steals. She had 5 at the first half, and we saw more than that in the second half from her. So with that's easy points. Lead increases. Maryville definitely, as you showed, 45 points off the bench from the Scots tonight. Second half points, 24. And definitely points in the paint. That's something right there. It tells you to getting the ball down low. Again, a lot from layups underneath, but getting people like Wandell, Hicks, Jones, Hannah Joseph, even Eckenrod all involved down low, kind of getting some contribution from them so that you're not having to worry as much about whether Claire or Courtney hits threes from the outside.
Yeah, Maryville 51% from the field, 44% from behind the arc, and 67.9% from the free throw line. Wesleyan 43% from the field, 30% from the three-point line, and 37% from the free throw line. As we mentioned, bench points, Maryville with 45, Wesleyan with 15. Second chance points, 24-5. Maryville 50-38 in points in the paint, 24-16 in fast break points. And it's in steals, another key category you mentioned a minute ago, Scott. Maryville with 17, Wesleyan with 11. And Maryville, a lot of those steals had to have come by Claire Varney. She probably had at least 10 of those. So it's been a fantastic game for Maryville as Courtney Carruthers, Claire Varney with 21 and 20 apiece respectively. Kelly Wandell with 13, Abby Joseph 12, Shelby Hicks 12, Holland Gerald 6, Hannah Jones 5, Elsa Eckenrod 5, Haley Harmon 1. Maryville, everyone getting involved. Hope to see that again tomorrow night. I have no doubts that we will, tomorrow afternoon, as the game will be at 2 p.m. And have not heard anything in regards to Libby Gardner, but with tomorrow being senior day, we hope to see her available and ready to play, as it will be her and Kelly Wandell's last regular season game for Maryville College.
Yeah, it's been a great pleasure to be able to watch them play in the last couple of years. So, it's going to be something we're definitely going to miss, not getting to see Libby out there as well. And I did ask the coach before he left if he had any word on Libby. He said not at the moment.
Well, we certainly are thoughts with her, and that we will be able to see her in action tomorrow. But Scott, a great showing, and certainly appreciated as always, and thank you so much for all those listening here on mcscots.com. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We will see you tomorrow, and until next time, again, your final score, Maryville College 95, Wesleyan College 63. For Scott Dunkel and myself, until next time, so long, good night, and yes, that just happened.